Welcome to Sasha Drake's Masterclass series. I'm Henrietta, Senior Sales Stylist, and today I have a very special guest with me, Stacey McGregor. So very excited to be workshopping some of our fabulous new styles from the Autumn 26 Equinox collection. How are you, Stace?
So good to be here. I'm so excited to try these looks on. The collection looks fabulous already, but let's play dress up.
Let's talk about your first outfit we've got you wearing. We've got the beautiful Elfine blouse and the Eliza bias cut skirt. How does it feel?
I love the cut of the skirt. I always say there's a little bit of magic in every Sasha Drake piece, and I think when it comes to the skirt, it 100% is the cut. It just is divine, and the elasticated waist is incredibly comfortable.
Fabulous. Yes, I do love the bias cut skirt. Sasha has that magic where it just sort of skims and fits where it needs to. Size-wise, and we were having a little chat about this before, how tall are you, Stace?
So I'm 175 centimetres or 5'9" in height.
And you wear with us a 14 to 16?
Typically, mostly I wear a 14, but I can range anywhere between a size 14 to 16. And in terms of my body shape, I describe myself as a sausage dog, affectionately, because I'm long in the torso, shorter through the leg, and treat motivated.
Oh my gosh, you're hilarious. So with the Elfine blouse, we've got the beautiful size 14 on. I'll just get you to do a little spin. And we've got lots of nice ease through there. So Sasha's designed this with all that sort of ruching through the back here to give that movement.
With a lovely slip underneath.
Yes.
The cuts of the slips, even the slip tops, are just divine.
Yes, you were saying before that it just elevates it. You just go,
does.
ooh, I'm wearing Sasha.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about your past, because you were letting me know.
Oh,
back
yeah,
in
that's
your
right.
20s.
That's right. So I'm wearing the size 14. However, I would say I'm not busty, but I am broad through the back, and that is a muscular back because in my 20s I did do, for a hot moment, some bodybuilding, so I still have that muscular back. So with a blouse like this, whilst I would normally always opt for a 14, I think if you are also broad across the back as well, I would consider sizing up just for that, particularly if it's humid. You want that little bit more relaxed feel. For a special occasion, the 14 is great. If I was considering this for work, I think I would go the 16, just for that real comfort.
Fabulous, and get that sort of movement and whatnot.
And I think it looks great worn out, but for me, for a special occasion, I would definitely tuck this.
Well, let's do that. So Stacey has now tucked in the Elfine blouse into the Eliza skirt, and we've incorporated the tie belt that comes with the skirt. So Stacey, we were talking about proportions earlier, and this is how you would wear this outfit.
Absolutely. I love to show off a little bit of shape, so I would automatically just reach for tucking it in,
and then that belt adds that little nice touch. And Stace has tied a really beautiful bow here, but what we can also do is, if you're wanting a cleaner look, we can tie that a few different ways, but let's just focus on this. So what I love with having that little bow and the ties hang down at the front is it does sort of help elongate the silhouette, and also kind of works as a bit of breaking up that midsection. So if that's something that you're worried about, it's a really great way of styling the outfit. Can also give it that sleek look and just double wrap that. So starting with that tie at the front, it's almost like a cummerbund.
I love how you've done that. I wouldn't have thought to tie that in a small little bow at the front.
Yeah, I do love that little clean look. I'm not someone who wears big bows myself. I do like that sort of more streamlined look. So this is another way of wearing it. Another great feature with the Elfine blouse is that it's actually a faux button placket there. So you're not going to have any risk of gaping. Another little tip, so we've got the little slip under that blouse, but if you're wanting to have a little bit more of a evening look, a little bit more risque, maybe with a pair of jeans and a jacket, you could just wear a fabulous lace bra under it.
Oh, I love that. I love that. And jeans and a nice top. It's always what you wear when you don't know what to wear.
Exactly. If the décolletage is an area you're not wanting to draw attention to, you can also button up this blouse with that cute little button at the top there, giving it a little bit more of a sort of chic, I'm thinking quite Italian look.
Even a little bit preppy.
So back by popular demand, we have the stunning satin faux wrap blouse in the navy this time. And we've styled Stacey in this beautiful blouse back with the Eliza skirt.
I love this look. When I walked out, I ooh-la-la'd myself when I looked in the mirror.
You did?
I did. It did. I love a faux wrap top. So, and again, as you said before, like these blouses are going to work beautifully with jeans more casually, but absolutely stunning, elevated with this skirt.
And what I love with this is we've got that block colour through the top. And you were talking about before, you're quite broad in the back and the shoulders. So this is a nice way of minimising that section. And then you've got the beautiful print through the skirt because you're lovely and slim through that hip. So a really stunning look.
This is incredibly elegant, and the belt is removable, so you can adjust how you tie that. It is, and being a faux wrap, I love the fact that when I lean forward, I'm not worrying about that gaping or slipping open.
No, it's very contained. You're very contained in this one. And Stace, this one is a 14, and do you feel comfortable in that?
I do, for a special occasion. If I was going to do a work look, I might go for something a little bit more relaxed fitting, so I might size up intentionally, because I think a mistake that we make is sometimes we get so attached to our numbers that sometimes it's worth intentionally sizing up or sizing down to change the look of a garment, and depending on how you prefer to wear it as well. So for a special occasion, the 14 is great. If it was going to be a work look, I might go the 16 just for that really lovely relaxed fit.
I agree with you completely there. Now we'll play around with this little tie.
Now, I think a faux wrap top is a great option for the lady who doesn't like to tuck, still wants to show off a little bit of shape without that tuck element, because it just is giving that little bit of flair around the lower tummy area. Henrietta, you've done that beautifully.
Oh, it's not my first rodeo.
Can you come to my house and help me get dressed every day?
Well, it's very simple, and that's what I try to teach my beautiful customers. It's very simple to do. You would have seen me. You start with the tie at the front. I did a triple wrap there and tied it at the back. I had the ties a little bit to the side, so I just spun it around a bit, just tweaked it so it just gives that perfect finish. See, I love it this way, super clean. This is how I would wear this outfit. We need to top this off with some accessories. If I were going to sort of a black tie gala event, I would be doing the beautiful Lisbon earring in the sapphire.
One of the things I love about the in-store Sasha Drake experience is all the accessories pair back so beautifully. So if you have an event, you can walk in, get the dress, get the earrings, get the necklace, it all matches. You just need your shoes.
That is
and
true.
And the clutches are beautiful too.
Yes, we can't forget our clutches. Here at Sasha Drake, we take great pride in sourcing the perfect colour match when it comes to all of our accessories. So we have an awesome team at head office, and this is what they do. So you are going to have that perfectly styled look.
I love that as a girl who is a matchy girl.
So Stace, we've now got you in the cow bias top in the navy, back with the Eliza skirt. And you've tucked this look in again, because this is, and I do agree, for Stace and her body shape, wearing her tops tucked in just really accentuates her figure.
I love it, and I love the fact that tucking it almost gives the illusion that it's a faux dress. So, but being separates, we have that versatility to be able to mix and match. So we're getting our cost per wear.
Exactly. And with this top, it has been designed that you can wear it tucked out. I'll show you with the white one. So we have this beautiful seam through the back there that gives really nice shape. The beauty of this top is the way Sasha's designed this, it sort of gives you a nice shape through the torso without being grippy.
Almost a subtle fit and flare.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Stace, with the cow bias top, we have popped you in the size 16.
Yes, and I do recommend if you are broad through the back or quite busty, you will want to size up in this one.
That just gives that beautiful fit. So it's quite a nice, neat fit, this top. And this is a great option for your Eliza skirt if you're wanting to give it a different look for a different occasion, or if you prefer not to have a sleeve. Va-va-voom!
We are bringing the glitz and the glamour with this next look.
I love it, Stace. You just look fabulous in this. So this is the gorgeous little sequin pencil skirt in the navy. And we've paired that back with the cow bias top in the navy. You're ready to hit the town.
I'm feeling myself. I have to tell you, I feel like $1 million. The cut, again, it's coming back to the cut and the stretch, the way it is just hugging in all the right places.
It really does. And what I love with our sequins that we have at Sasha Drake is they're not scratchy at all, so super comfortable.
I love that as a sensory girly. I love that you've got that lining underneath, so it's nice and soft and stretchy.
We've got that tucked in to show off Stace's beautiful figure. If you are preferring to skim through that waistline, you can untuck the top. So you have that nice, as we said, that almost that little fit and flare in the top. So it's giving that nice little skimming through the torso.
And it's just providing that little bit of coverage around the lower tummy. And I'm quite long in the torso, so this top will be, if you're shorter in the torso or shorter in height, you will have that little bit of extra length as well, probably hitting the hip bone.
So we've got the faux satin wrap top in the navy, now paired with the sequin skirt, and we've got that little peplum out, which gives a beautiful line through there. I find I quite like wearing this outfit as Stacey's got it on now. It just sort of hides that little bit there, which is sort of one of my areas that I like to skim over. So this is a gorgeous look. We've got Stace all tied up like a pretty little package, and we've gone for that streamlined look. With this combination, the faux satin wrap and the pencil skirt, I do like to add that belt in. It just finishes the look and elevates it. Otherwise, it just makes it look a little bit less polished. So Stace is now wearing the Sophia dress in the navy. It is a beautiful crepe fabric with that stretch, so quite comfortable. And Stace, where are you going in this outfit?
Oh, I feel like if I was going to an awards dinner, something that is work related but evening, this feels polished. It feels so incredibly professional. I almost say like I feel like I could be the Prime Minister in this dress. I was going to almost say the Prime Minister's wife, but no, I could be the Prime Minister.
You could totally be the Prime Minister. So this dress is definitely that elevated sort of corporate look, I agree, but also elevated in that sort of more traditional sense. So mother of the grooms have opted for this as well. What I want to point out here is we've got the lovely detail in the shoulder. So there's a bit of a shoulder pad sewn in there.
Actually finding that is accentuating the shape by giving a little bit of structure here.
And that's probably why you feel like you could be the Prime Minister in this dress, because you've got that power shoulder going on.
I am feeling the power.
So Sasha's also designed with this dress. We've got some great ruching through here in the midsection. We have the tie.
I love a bit of midsection ruching.
Definitely an awards ceremony, but I can also see this at the boardroom. The front zip peplum jacket is one of my wardrobe staples, and it comes in the white. We have it in black and navy. So the reasons I love this jacket, Stace, is it is made of a rayon elastane with a little bit of linen blend. It is machine washable.
Oh, that cut at the back.
Sensational.
It's doing things for me.
It really is. And then we're going to have a little bit of a zhuzh. So we can play around with the sleeve here. Personally, I love pulling up my sleeves. I'm always doing this. So this is how I zhuzh my jacket. We can also play around with the collar. So Sasha originally designed this jacket to be a hybrid between a corporate jacket or a denim jacket. Obviously a lot more dressy than a denim, but you literally can wear this casually as well over a sundress with your jeans. And here we're now popping that collar down to give it that sort of traditional corporate look. There we go. So we've got that nice sort of nipped in at the waist look, the little peplum will turn around. And the way that peplum is cut through the back there is really sort of accentuating, drawing the eye up, almost like an arrow, drawing up, elongating. Just a fabulous workhorse for the wardrobe, this jacket.
It feels powerful but really feminine. I love that.
You're looking very stylish in the Zora wrap dress.
Thank you. I have never met a wrap dress I haven't loved. This is incredible.
I have to agree, Sasha is the queen when it comes to wrap dresses. And with this one, we have the beautiful separate slip underneath in that beautiful sort of fuchsia pink.
And it's stretchy too, so the slip is so comfortable. And I actually walked out with the slip on first. It almost looks like a dress on its own accord.
The Zora wrap dress comes with the little detail of the gold buckle. This is detachable, so we can take that off. Styled it with the gold Diana clutch, one of my favourite clutches that we have here at Sasha Drake.
It's a bit of a go with everything, isn't it?
It is, and what I love as well is it has both the shoulder chain but also like a little wrist chain.
Which is perfect for an event, for when the canapes come around. If you've got a glass of champagne in one hand and you clutch in the other and you need to convert to a wrist chain, otherwise you're going to miss the canapes. So
exactly.
I love that Sasha has thought about that. She's thought about your canape needs.
Of course, of course. Well, we're quite practical here at Sasha Drake. Great thing with the wrap dress as well is that flexible fit, so we can tighten that, loosen that.
It's good coverage too, so even on a windy day, you're going to feel a bit secure in this, but you've also got the slip. And honestly, look how beautiful that slip is.
Just stunning. And I also love this other little detail we have here on this wrap dress, which is a new detail, is this lovely little frill. So it's almost like a little waterfall cascading down here. Again, elongating, drawing the eye up. That slip is also, it's adjustable with those straps. So, you know, you can really adjust that and get a really nice snug fit. Stace has popped on a little black pump, the white front zip peplum jacket, and we've removed that little gold buckle. So we've given that now sort of not quite so elevated look. This is perfect for a corporate board meeting or a lovely lunch date. As the weather gets cooler and we're getting quite a bit of rain, we have Stace now in the double yoke trench in the navy. What I love with the Zora wrap dress is we have in the print here, there's pink, creams, lilac and black. So you can actually team back with this print, either black or navy, because the lilac allows you to bring that navy into it.
That's a really good tip.
Super beautiful detail. We have that lovely yoke through the front there. I've tied it at the back to give the trench that streamlined look, so you're still getting that beautiful shape with the dress. Perfect just to pop over while you're running to your event.
I love a trench coat, and I very much rate this one. The cut, chef kiss.
So for a great workwear look, we've got Stace in the Jetta blouse in that beautiful fuchsia, lilac, cream and black print, paired with the navy classic pant. And we've got, it comes with a tie, so we've got that around Stace's neck in a nice little pussy bow to start with. And now Stace is going to tie that belt around her waist, because we were chatting, Stace, weren't we, wanting to show off your shape. So that's a nice way to wear it as well. Now got that tied beautifully around her waist to give that shape. And then what we can also do is take off that belt. So we've fully tucked the blouse in now to show off the gorgeous cummerbund style waistband on that classic pant and show off Stace's beautiful figure. And we've tied that tie now sort of more sort of like a cravat in a way, a loose tie. How do you feel?
Great. I love the versatility of the top and the pants. They look incredibly chic, but the feel of them, it almost feels like I'm wearing activewear. I feel like I'm far too comfortable to look this professional. So that's a win in my books.
You've hit the nail on the head with that one. I like to say with these pants, looks like a tuxedo, feels like a tracksuit. So
yes. Nailed
really
it.
good for traveling, super comfy to sit in. And what I love with this whole outfit is it's also all machine washable on a cold, gentle cycle. So super easy care, easy wear. So one of my favorite workhorses in the wardrobe, front zip peplum jacket in navy. Pairs beautifully back with this, but like I said earlier, we can actually wear this gorgeous Jetta blouse back with the black classic pant and the black front zip peplum jacket as well. So you can really play around. It goes with both those colours.
And I think important to note, in this navy version, I'm in this 14, which is a beautiful fit that just really works with silhouette. In the white, I was wearing the 16 for a more relaxed look. So you've got two sizes there to have a look and see which fit you might like the look of.
Perfect. We've popped the double yoke trench on with this outfit as well. What I love about this trench is that epaulette shoulder. It is made of a memory taffeta, so literally you can scrunch it up in a ball in your bag and pop it out and it looks good to go.
Great travel piece then, because I often find that with my trench coats, if I travel with it and it has to go in the overhead locker, it looks a little scrunched up at the end. So great travel piece.
Very great travel piece, and it's also water resistant. So great, you know, when it's raining, if you need to wipe yourself clean, if you spill a coffee, you can just wipe that off and you're good to go.
This must be popular with the Melbourne ladies then.
It is. And the mums as well, because you can literally just wipe yourself clean before you leave the home. So talking about versatility, we're back with the Elfine blouse, which just pairs beautifully back with the classic pant in navy. So you can really get a lot of wears out of this blouse. And then the cowl bias top in the navy, we also have it in the white. Looks beautiful back with the classic pant.
I love this skirt. It didn't overly jump out to me on the hanger, but it's one of those pieces, once it's on the body, it comes alive. I adore it.
And that's so interesting you say that, Stace, because so often in store when I'm with customers, I do tell them Sasha does not design her clothes to look good on the hanger. She designs them to look good on the body.
That is so true.
This again is in that fabulous memory taffeta we were talking about with the trench coat. So a really good travel piece because it's not going to crease. It's also water resistant and washable on a cold, gentle machine wash. So super easy care, easy wear.
I love that it's a flat band at the front, so tucking it's going to look nice and tidy. But that a little bit of elastication at the back is super comfortable. If you're like me and a bit of a sore tummy girly and get a bit of bloating, then this is just going to work with the body opposed to fighting it.
That is so true.
And pockets.
I was going to say the pockets. You can't do without a good pocket.
So one element that I found quite interesting is the pockets in this, they sit quite far forward opposed to over on the hip. What are the thoughts there?
So Sasha and her team have designed that specifically on purpose. You want to have that streamlined, smooth panel on the hip. And with the pocket sitting forward under this gathering, when you pop things in the pocket, it's not going to be adding bulk to the side of the skirt, but should be hidden under the folds of the fabric at the front.
This is going to be great for our ladies who are a little bit more dominant through the hip. We're not adding any extra bulk there.
We've got that with the cowl bias top in the ivory. And again, we've gone the 16 in the top there, but a 14 in the skirt. And what I love again with this outfit and with this skirt is the versatility. You could pop a pair of trendy trainers on, like sneakers on with that. We've got Stace all wrapped up in the gorgeous trench coat. And as the weather gets cooler or you're down south or overseas, we do also have these little details, so the little press buttons. Place that over like so you're all nice and cozy. In the Brisbane climate, I'd be more prone to wearing it like so. And we've done that up with the belt, but I like to style a trench, especially when it's a bit warmer and you're just wanting it to be that sort of the cover layer, but not fully enclosed. We can literally just style it by pulling those belt ties back to the back and just tying it loosely at the back, which again gives that beautiful silhouette. And what I love with this trench is it is so versatile. We can dress this one up or down. I mean, you could be throwing that over a knit and jeans and trainers on the weekend, going to watch a sports game, but equally so elevated and that really beautiful, refined corporate look with this outfit. So Stace, you're now showcasing our gorgeous Henley knit. And I'm so excited with our knitwear. So our knitwear is all produced here in Brisbane.
I tell you what, if I still had my corporate job, this would be me, 100%. And it's so comfortable, but it still feels polished and elevated, because not every job is top to tail corporate, but this feels polished. And it's just such a beautiful cut, and magenta and navy together. Might just happen to be one of my favourite colour combos.
I have to agree, it really pops on you, Stacey, with your colouring. So yes, these knits have been designed to take you from workwear to travel to weekend. You know, you can mix it with your denim for a more relaxed look, perfect with the skirt. And it's a beautiful blend of cotton, a bit of polyester to let the cotton keep its shape, because when you knit with cotton fibres, cotton can stretch, so the polyester just keeps that shape there. Liken this to a really elevated t-shirt.
That's right, yeah. You want to do that t-shirt look, but you want something a little bit elevated, and it's lovely, and I think it's a good Brisbane knit.
It really is, and Sasha's thought of that. Obviously, being a Brisbane designer, she's always taking into consideration the Australian climate. So finally, what I love about this knit, like when we think of knitwear, we think, oh my gosh, it needs to be hand washed. You've got to be very gentle and careful with it.
Or worse, dry clean only.
Exactly. And we don't have time for dry cleaning. So with Sasha's knitwear, you literally can pop this in the machine in a cold, gentle machine wash in a garment bag. But then to dry it, you don't need to wait ages. Pop it in the dryer on a low heat.
That sounds like my kind of lifestyle. Washer, dryer, done.
Exactly. And that's what we love to do here at Sasha Drake, make your life easier. So that easy care, easy wear, you're sorted. I'm loving the Henley knit. I have one in ivory. It is coming out shortly in black as well. So, and we have it in a beautiful sea green. So you have lots of colours to choose from. You might want one for every day of the working week. So Stace, thank you so much for coming in this morning.
Thank you for having me. This was so much fun.
It's been an absolute delight. And I think we've really been able to workshop, you know, a small portion of the Equinox collection today, the navies, with some of those fashion prints, and we've created quite a few different looks, but there's so many more looks you can create with this capsule collection we put together today. So I'm interested to see what other looks our beautiful customers can come up with.